Guy, how far now?
Omo, I'm not really fine. Do you know they paid me last week and right now I can't even boost up to 10,000 naira in my account?
Seriously?
Yes.
Did you budget?
Which one is budgeting? Now I'm not a politician.
That's why your money is missing like NEPA lights.
But I didn't buy anything serious, shoes, bags, the thing that guys need now. And just like that, fiam, the money has disappeared.
But it's all these little things. That's why it's taking your money.
Nah. But what should I do?
See, you have to create a budget. You have to track your spending. You have to prioritize your needs over your wants. And you have to save before you spend, not the other way around.
So what you're trying to say that this money management thing is no child's play?
It's no child's play at all.
The Money Clique is an annual financial literacy program to help you up your money game. The Money Clique is not just about money, it's about mindset. So in the Money Clique program, go beyond budgeting to rewire your thinking, to rewire your mindset, to change your thinking about income, to change your thinking about money management. So we'll help you grow your income, we'll help you manage it, we'll help you invest with confidence. Money is not just about what you know. Money is more about how you behave. And every day in the Money Clique program, what we'll try to do is to influence how you behave about money. This is not just financial education. This is financial transformation. I will hope to see you become a part of it. Thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to another episode of My Money Clique Chronicles. Today is the 29th day of October 2025. And today we have yet another amazing member of the Money Clique Program who will be joining us today. If this is your first time of joining us, this is My Money Clique Chronicles, where members of the Money Clique Program come on board to share their stories so far in the program. And good day, everyone. Good evening, everyone that have joined us. I see your comments in the comment section. Those that have joined us on here on YouTube, we have people who have joined us on Instagram, we have people who have joined us on Facebook, and we see you all and we thank you for being here. Good evening and welcome once more. And then to bring on board our visitor, our guest for today, a member of the Money Clique Program. She is Mrs. Lida Oluyole, and she is joining us today to share her story. Welcome, ma.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you for having me here. I am very, very honored and grateful.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation to be here. Thank you for coming here to share your story with us. The honor is ours. Thank you so much, ma.
You're welcome, Coach.
All right, ma. So without wasting much time, let's get into the discussion of the day.
Okay.
So, ma, can you introduce yourself briefly, your name, what you do, and where you're joining us from?
Okay, I am Ezemwenghian Oluyole. I'm a classroom teacher who is currently on further studies in Bolton, in the UK. So, and aside being a classroom teacher, I'm also a network marketing professional. So that's what I do.
Okay, thank you very much, ma. I think now that name has entered my head. Ezemwenghian.
You tried. You tried.
I tried.
You tried.
My apologies. Okay,
It's fine.
I'll keep trying till I get it right. Thank you so much, ma. And welcome, welcome to the show, ma. Okay, we're
Thank you.
very really happy to have you here, ma. So, ma. So the first question we always ask on the show, is what motivated you to join the Money Clique program?
Okay. Okay, well, the reason I joined this particular academy, it was last year during the TIP conference, Raising Kings and Those Who Sit at the Table with Kings. And you were one of our coaches that came to speak. And you said something like, you cannot raise financially literate children. You cannot raise financially literate kings if you yourself you know nothing about finance. And that was a food for thought for me. Then after that, I was not able to just push that thought away. Then Coach Wendy came. She was always making reference to the Money Clique Academy, how they are learning this, how they are learning that. I think until the last moment, it was actually she. It was from what she was sharing about the Money Clique Academy. And I said, well, nothing bad. Let me just give it a try. Of course, there's no way she'll recommend what is not worth it. Let me give it a try. Let me go and actually see what I can learn there. Because sincerely speaking,
Mm.
there were a whole lot about money that I really did not know. Yeah, a whole lot about money I did
Yes.
not know. So that was how I got into this academy. And
Mm.
and I will be
Oh,
sincere with you, it has been worth it. The little I have done, the little I have implemented, there's a whole new difference and perspective to my thoughts about money that I never had before. Yeah.
oh, nice, nice. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing that perspective with us, sharing with us how you got to join the program. And yes, we get it a lot of times that people always tell us, I'm here because Coach Wendy pushed me to be here. And we are ever grateful to Coach Wendy for
Yes.
bringing people here for us. So, very, very happy to have you. But then, Ma, so moving on, eventually you listened to the call, you joined. How has your experience been so far?
Well, it has been like scales falling off my eyes.
Hmm.
Scales falling off my eyes, especially when it comes to the part where of managing money. I have always been making money. Yeah, I've always been making money. Like, okay, this thing of like wanting to do away with lack, and you don't want to put yourself like a young person, just want to hustle, just want to have something. I've always had
Hmm.
money, but I observed that I have struggled with managing money. It was here I learned that you don't save to buy. I've always
Hmm.
been saving. I have always been
Hmm.
saving. It was here I learned you don't save to buy, you save to invest. And when I actually reflected on my work, what I have been able to save, I realized that I have saved in six figures, but at the end of the day, I just spend it. As
Hmm.
good, as lofty as the idea behind this spending, it was not actually adding up for me. It was not helping me to multiply my money because I did not really have that discipline. Probably you save this particular money. Yeah, the discipline was there. It was the knowledge to invest, where to put
Hmm.
my money, how to go about it. You understand? So
Yes.
because I
Yeah.
I actually did not have this particular knowledge, like the healthy way for me to invest my money, it actually made me put my hands in certain things that actually burnt my fingers. And again,
Hmm.
also use money for just expenses at the end of the day. So, but
Yes.
being here, I have realized that from the little I have, I have done treasury bills. From the little
Hmm.
I have been able to invest in the stock market. Some days ago, they told me my, and what's it called now? What they,
Dividends.
yeah, dividend. It might seem small, but you taught us about compounding effects. I don't touch those monies, I don't
Yes.
touch them. I don't touch them. I
Hmm.
plow them back. Yes, I know that I follow
Yes.
that particular instruction from you. I plow them
Yeah.
back. And it's beautiful. You can see this joy with me.
Yeah.
There's this joy, there's this confidence that like, if to say I know about this before now, my money for
Before.
don't give pass like this so. But I'm still grateful that I am here now. And whatever mistake I have made about money, my
Yes.
children will not repeat it. The pattern
Yes.
has ended with me. I have stepped into the gap now to break it intentionally. So
Yes.
I'm happy. Like I'm
Hmm.
very, very happy and I'm grateful. And sincerely, I was running away from this interview. I know the admin was saying, you took your time to respond. I was actually trying to run away. But I said it would be unfair
Yeah.
not to come and share the little I have been able to do. Because that little in quotes is a big deal.
Yes.
I've not been able to do it before on my own.
True.
As little as it is, I have been
True.
ignorant about it. There was no light, no
Hmm.
clarity as to what to
Hmm.
do. It was when I got here. And I remember the many times I have reached out to you. And sincerely, you have
Yes.
honored my questions, you have responded. And even the ones that I thought, You have broken it down in the most simplest form for me. So why
Mm,
not? Why not come back to say thank you? So this is me coming back to say thank
mm.
you for giving me a reorientation, for changing my mindset about money and making me believe that even with the little I am doing, with consistency, with that
Yes.
discipline, it will make all of the
Yes.
difference. And again,
True.
I observed that growing up, there was this notion that it takes money to make money. But
Mm,
now it is not really it in the practical sense. Theoretically, I know it does not take money to make money. It takes ideas. But being here, I am seeing the practicality that it is not necessarily more money to make more money. It is like more
mm.
discipline, a change in my
Yes.
habit.
Yes. Okay. Let
You
us
understand?
know.
That is what will make all
Yes.
of the difference. We should be here. Okay, yeah, I can see you. I say I'm very, very grateful for Coach Wendy for not keeping quiet. She was like the
About
messenger
it.
that went to herald the good news. Yes, I am grateful to her. Yeah, because it was from her constant proclamation, her
Yeah.
constant sharing. I like, okay, this coach is on this matter. Let me get in. And I'm happy for it.
Yes.
So on this slate now going forward, it's gonna be from glory to glory. I am certain about
Mm.
that. I am
Definitely. 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 Are you still with us,
very
Ma?
certain about it. So that responsibility, yes, I am. That
Okay.
responsibility component, before now, there's so many traumas. Yeah,
Mm.
so many traumas. Thank you, TIP. Okay. I can see you, coach, and I believe you can see me too. I said there are so many
Yes.
traumas, there are so many baggages. Yes, like I have been taught, I have come to understand that trauma is not just what did not happen, but what should have happened
Mm.
that did not happen. You understand? So
Yes.
many baggages. And the light from these places is just helping me to do away with them. You understand? This
Yes.
thing about money, there was no imagine, from here we're getting to know that we can initiate our children into financial literacy early. That kind of a thing. They say, you small picking, what do you know about money? See, my 19 months
Yes.
old my 19 months old, I think he was about 15 months of age, or yet to be 18 months. And there was this
Mm.
conversation with a family member. What you know about money? I say, you know about money, money plenty. Yes, because that was where my own started
Yes.
from. That was where it started
Mm.
from. All those
True.
insignificant, you be small picking. What do you know about money? I,
What do you
I
know
was
about
not
money?
going to
Yeah.
I was not going to tolerate it. If you say money, yes, in money plenty, let him speak about it. Let him start learning
True.
from an early stage that there is abundance, there's plenty of it. It would be unfair
Mm.
for me to start limiting his worldview from this point in time.
Mindset.
So it is the knowledge from here. Imagine if that person has, maybe I would have just assumed that now so it's supposed to be. And I would just,
You
and
have conquered.
unknown to me, I started watering down the possibilities, the mindset of abundance that child already has. Do you understand? Because for
True.
children, there is no limitation. It is adults that have
True.
limitation. So I'm
True.
grateful. If
Everything
that
is
if
possible
that
for them.
is exactly. So if that is what this place and that's at this point in time has imbued in me, has helped me to come to the realization of, I am grateful. So that negative pattern of money is hard to come by, is not
Mm.
going to have any
Mm.
share in any of that. And
Mm.
I too, they say they catch it. Some things are caught. This
Yeah.
financial literacy thing, this habit, it is caught. It is not even taught, sincerely speaking, especially from the nuggets you share with us daily. So how do I matters that pertains to money? How do I go about it? Even when I am frustrated, even when I am
Mm.
disappointed, what
Mm.
emotions, what energy am I reaction? Because whether I like it or not, that is what will now endear him to wanting to hear more about what I have to say about money, what I have to say about about saving, about budgeting, and the other things. So coming to the realization that my action speaks louder than my words is helping me to be in check. It's helping me to be in check. And I'm grateful to the Naira Academy. For Joam now. I for not feel Joam because it is from here. It is, no, sincerely speaking, this thing about
Yes.
what's it called? This stock market thing. Oh, you have no idea
Yes.
the whole uncertainty, the whole negativity. Before now,
Mm.
there was this experience of people invest in stock market with nothing to show for it. But with what the
Yes.
Naira Academy has done for my life is the fact that these people, majority of them, they invested without asking questions, without bothering to
True.
know what it entails. Like for example, okay,
True.
what portion of loss am I going to incur? They just said
Mm.
it's like a bad wagon effect. If they pay you,
Mm.
if you put money after some time, they didn't bother to do anything. But over here, there are some guidelines that have been given to us regarding stock markets, encouraging us to take baby steps. I'm currently taking my baby steps with pride, and it's
Yeah.
making sense to me. So, man, this
Yes.
Snare Academy is a real deal. To me, it's one of
Thank
the
you
best
so
things
much.
that happened to me this year. I'm not sincere. Yeah, and the fact that
Oh,
you are available for us. You are available for
mm.
us. It's encouraging. Like no matter the
Yeah.
message I drop there, I know that when you are able to, you're going to respond. You're going to give me clarity to encourage me to take steps. There was one particular what's it called? I was supposed to go and put money because for me outside, it just be like I didn't have an in-depth, and you said no, don't go there. You understand?
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
grateful. I am grateful for that. I'm grateful for
Really,
that.
really, really. I'm glad.
Yeah. So
I'm glad.
there's due diligence. Yes, somebody just put that. Thank you, Madam
Yes,
Maureen.
due
No due
diligence.
diligence
Yes.
in invest. Yes, they don't take that responsibility component. They say, they
Mm.
pay and all that. See, it
Exactly.
took a long time. It was because I came here, because you made yourself available, because of the teachings here that I implemented, that I was able to follow. I was not led astray. And it's making sense. I told you now, I've gotten like two or three times dividends. It just sweet my belly. And yes, I not touch them. I plowed it back. Back. Yes. Insane.
So it is sweet. It is sweet.
Yes, it is sweet. Coach, it is sweet. It is sweet. It is
It is,
sweet.
and that's the thing. The more you do it, and the more you're seeing that, oh, something is up, the more you're encouraged to do it. The more you know that, oh,
Yes.
if I keep like this, yeah, keep it up,
Yes.
more of this is going to come. So
Yes.
you just keep
Yes.
doing it. Yes.
Yes.
So it's, I'm really happy that you are implementing, and already you're already seeing the results
I'm seeing
yourself. And
no.
imagine doing it for the next 5 years.
Coach, for the past
Imagine
seven
continuing
years,
for the next
for the
five
past
years.
for over 7 years, I have been working. Imagine if I had this knowledge
Mm,
7 years ago. Not be this, not be this,
years
not be
ago.
this level I go there now, but I am still grateful. So going forward,
Yes.
I am still
We still
grateful.
thank God.
Yes.
I will
Mhm.
still thank Coach Roger that you're here today again. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
so
All right.
thank you, Coach. Okay.
Okay, but thank you very much for sharing your experience so far. Thank you. It's been an interesting discussion so far. Now we would like to know what part of the program has stood out for you the most. Is it the classes? Is it the money tips? Is it the book reading? What part of it has stood out for you the most?
No, sincerely is every part too, because what did I say is every part?
Mm,
You know, the daily tip, there is wisdom there. Even the mails you
wisdom.
send, there is wisdom there. There was one time you sent a mail,
Mm.
and I read the mail. Say there's any part you are struggling with, I'm like, which kind of follow up be this one now? So if I get issue now, make I come meet you. That kind of part, like someone is telling you, I know you have fears, but don't worry. We're going to let
Yeah.
them go one
Yeah.
step at a time. I was encouraged. And
Mm.
like, they send mail to know how far I don't work. And that prompted me to come to you. Imagine if that mail had not come at that point in time. So that mail, it met me at a point in time. Then again, is the
Mm.
classes.
I remember you responded to that mail.
Oh, you see now, you see. Then there again is the classes
Yeah.
where you come and it is not necessarily everything, but there is only something that strikes. There's something that I take home with me, like, okay, okay. I remember there was one particular time you were focusing when you asked us to write the things we have heard about money. You see, as
Mm.
silly. As silly as it might sound to some people, that was where some of us started
Mm.
getting our financial deliverance from. And I remember sharing that a
Yeah.
particular young girl, but I was going to school. I knew what she said was not correct. I was in primary school. I still remembered the
Mm.
particular location. It happened
Yes.
on a particular road along Good Samaritan in Benin City. When she say money na winch oh, I said which kind dumb thing. I knew it was not correct, but it stuck. Money na winch oh. Before you know what's in the happen, do this, but it stuck. So because I did not have a
Yes.
higher knowledge, but because I did not have
Mm.
clarity, at a point they're like, it be like saying Naimo, and
True,
and
true. Money
and,
now,
and
which?
yeah, more like it go just come, it go just vanish. But the real witch is the fact that I am ignorant. I do not have the
Yes.
knowledge. I do not understand. I don't have that discipline to manage my money,
Mm.
even though I can make money, because anybody can make money, like you always say, and which is the truth.
True.
And I do not
Everybody.
have the right knowledge. The part that even hits most of us more, because majority of us that have this financial trauma, whether you like it or not, we know how to manage money, whether it's out of
Mm.
fear or whether it's out of making not finish. There is that tendency of being able to save something. Konkoroko, yes, is there. But
Mm.
the problem
Yes.
comes with the knowledge to invest. That is where, because
Mm.
that knowledge is not there. And we have come to
True.
realize that when you don't have that knowledge, it's the 80% component, you will find it difficult to be able to invest properly. And whether we like,
True.
and somehow, if there is a great component that if it is not handled properly, it can be disastrous. That's why some of us, I,
Mm.
I got burnt in MMM. It was out of
Remember.
ignorance. I didn't know better. It
Yeah.
was like, okay, if you put money
Mm.
here, it go double and all that. But it got to a
You go
point I
broke.
realized
Mm.
that this pattern, they favor my ministry. This pattern is not a
Mm.
heading pattern for me. So I got to know that, see,
Yes.
the way to wealth, like the Bible says, is gotten little by little, accumulation little by little. And
Yes.
that little by little
Yes.
entails you having the right knowledge. Even from that little you
True.
have, you can even compound it. So
Yes.
this space, this academy has now come into fill that gap for me. Yes, that gap for me. I have been making money. I can be able to save. And apart from saving now, I now know that I am not saving to spend. I am not saving to meet needs. You know that kind of there's what they call it. It's not necessarily black tax, but when you start taking up you know I struggled with saying no to certain things. But before me, for me, it was like when
Mm.
somebody comes to you to ask you for money, to ask you for help, based on whatsoever
Yes.
you do to the least of my brethren that you do unto me, kind of, part of the
Yes.
scriptures still, and then quotation. That trauma part, I just like, okay, take.
Yeah.
At some point in time, I now started getting the part that and give what you will not feel the pinch. Until I now understood better, you should be able to say no when what you have budgeted to help, to reach out as a missionary that I am. I have extended it, then I should be say able, I should conveniently, I should comfortably say no. I should comfortably say
True.
no and not feel bad about it. TIP, thank you.
At
Now,
all.
Naira Academy has now given me a agbada on top. So I'll say no without feeling hurt or feeling bad about it. Yes,
True.
coach.
True.
This, it's an amazing. Thank you, Madam Emily. Toxic generosity. So it it
Mm.
it, it has been a life um a reorientation, a rewiring, as you always say, rewiring of
Yes.
our money blueprints. Yes, that is what it has been for me. So the things I
Mm.
used to hold dear, the things I used to treasure, and I saw
Mm.
that
You need to let go.
they don't hold water, they are not going to help me. And there, another thing again, I'm not going to work forever. So whether I like it or not, the earlier my money starts
The
working for
better.
me, the better for me.
True.
And so the better
Are you still with us, man?
for me. So that's it basically, coach. Thank you. Okay. Hello, coach. Can you see me?
Yes. Okay, yes, I can see you now.
Oh,
Yes, thank you so
yeah,
much
thank you.
for sharing that with us. And something you said that even struck me now as you were sharing was, when you talked about the story to Money na Witch, the things that we hear. And then I
Eh,
had to relate back to you correcting someone who was speaking to your child about money. That awareness has come. Now
hey,
you
I don't
realize
agree.
that what your
Yes,
child is hearing means a lot. The programming is happening already,
yes, yeah.
and it's subtle, but it's very
Has
profound.
already started
So,
happening. I don't want to take chances.
yes.
Yes, yes, very, very profound. I don't want to take
Yes.
chances. I don't want to take
But
chances. Affliction cannot rise a
someone
second time. No, 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 no.
at
Uh-uh.
all, at all, at all. And somebody shared something similar in the program, and that the person shared, and the person said to me that this thing just opened his eyes. That for a long time, that he felt he didn't deserve to be wealthy because his own father used to tell
Hey,
him that what English people do to get money, no go one day rich. That somehow in his mind, he just told himself, I'm not going to be rich. He zeroed himself
yeah,
like, oh, I'm just going to be normal. And he said up until
I'm
that time, he didn't realize that this thing actually had an impact on him. His mindset
yeah.
about money was different. And that's the thing about awareness. Awareness seems simple, but it's the start of the process. It's the beginning of the
I have,
process.
oh
And
yes, oh yes,
mm,
oh yes,
you know,
coach, oh yes.
so thank you for taking us back there. The money that we chose, it cracks me up a lot. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, ma. So, in fact, you've told us a lot of things that have changed. I know,
Yes, coach.
in
Yes,
your
coach.
mindset. But tell us the most profound one that has changed your financial habits, that have changed, that used to be different before you joined the Money Clique program, and what has changed now.
Okay,
What
okay.
mindset you
Well,
used to have or habits that you used to have before joining the program that has now completely changed?
okay. No,
Or
the
it's in the
habits I
process.
used to have. No, it's not in the process, coach. The process,
Okay.
the habits I used to have is this: is savings was savings was basically to meet a need.
Hmm.
Saving money was basically to meet a need. It
Hmm.
was not it was not intentionally to grow my money or for to invest my money. So it was
Hmm.
basically to meet a need. I could
Yeah.
save to meet this particular need. I could save to meet that particular need. And for me, it was now. Savings is not just to meet a need per se.
Hmm. Okay. I don't know if you're still there, ma. It's been an amazing conversation with Mrs. Oluyole, but I think there's just been a little issue with the connection there, and I'm very sure that we are going to have our back very soon. Yeah, the network is misbehaving, but that network has to correct itself because this is quite a very interesting conversation that we're having, and we know that she's going to be back. And just reflecting on some things that she has already shared with us, so far, talking about yes, such a very wholesome conversation. Talking about verbal programming of our blueprint, and how profound.
Okay, hello coach. Sorry. Can
Okay,
you
okay,
can you
she's
hear
back.
me? I can't hear
Yes.
you. Hello?
Okay,
Hello
ma.
coach,
You're
can you hear
back.
me?
Yes, I can hear you, ma. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? I don't know
Oh,
why.
you can't hear me? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Maybe those in the comments can also help us. But your picture is now very clear,
Okay, I don't
not
know what I
breaking
need to
at all.
do.
Maybe check your speaker to ensure your speaker is open. People in the comments, can you hear any of
I
us?
can
Can you
see
hear the
you, but
both
I
of
can't hear
us?
you.
But you can't hear me.
Shh.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Can you hear me? People in the comment section? Okay. Mrs. Emily, we can hear her. Okay. Let me know if it's my own problem.
Hmm.
How about me? Can you hear me? Can you
No,
see
I can
me?
hear you.
Okay, so she said, so people are saying they can see and hear us both, but we can't hear ourselves. Okay. Can you log out, ma, and join back again?
No. Yeah, I think I can hear sound.
You can hear now?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes,
great.
yes. Thank
Perfect.
you. Thank
Okay.
you, coach.
Okay.
Thank you, coach.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much
I'm
for
sorry for the
that.
break.
So, everybody who
Thank
helped us in the
you.
thank you, Mrs. Emily Makata. So we were talking about the financial
Okay.
habits and mindsets that you
Yes,
had
yes,
before that have now
yes,
changed.
yes,
Yes,
coach.
and you were telling us about how you used to save for the purpose of just meeting a need and not
Yes,
towards
yes,
your future, not for an investment
yes,
opportunity. All of that
yes,
has
yes,
changed in the money click.
yes,
Yes, and
yes,
we have
coach.
because and that's a reality of a lot of people using their savings for just one particular need or even a want. I'm not realizing that okay, no, your savings is a seed that should be working for your future. And
Exactly.
I'm happy that that is one of the things that you've gotten so far. One mindset
Yes.
that has changed for you. Okay, ma. So what tangible changes have you noticed so far in your money habits apart from this? Any other thing that you've noticed so far in your money habits?
Okay. I used to have I think this apprehension, this fear about money. It's no
Yes.
longer there. Yeah, it's no
Mm,
longer there. No, this this like for example, thinking that a particular level is beyond my reach or something is no longer there. So all I just
yes.
need to do is just to
Confidence.
yeah, it's just to do the work. It's just to do
Yes.
the work of the habits, the mindset, uh, and with patience. Now I'm more patient with myself. That
Mm,
as I consistently implement, I'm going to see it. You
yes.
understand? So
Yes.
so that soon has also happened to me too. Has also
Yes.
happened to me.
Glad you're the second person sharing this particular thing, and it comes from knowing. When you know, you become more confident.
Yes,
Somebody,
coach.
I think it was last week, Mrs. Miriam. She said something that just happens to be the same thing that you just shared with us now, and she said
Okay.
that at some point she was no longer afraid to talk about money. That one day she went to ask, this land here, this property, how much do you sell? And they told her
Mhm.
45 million. She said, okay, I'll think about it. I'll get back to it.
Mhm.
But if it was
Yeah,
before, she won't even bother asking. She would just tell her, say,
exactly.
no, I'm not there.
It
I can't
is
ask.
a no-go
But
area.
it's a no-go area, but it's the confidence that comes from knowing,
Yes, yes,
and not
yes,
just knowing. The confidence that comes from having a positive mindset. When you have a positive mindset,
yes,
you realize that it's not impossible. Someone else
yeah.
did it, you can do it.
You
So I'm
yes,
glad that
yes,
that has also happened to you, ma. Okay, ma. So moving on, you've shared with us how the program has helped you manage money differently by saving for a purpose. So when I mean a purpose,
yes,
an investing purpose, and nothing beats
yes,
that because we
yes,
can't. If we live life and we neglect our future self, then we're making the biggest mistake of our lives. I always used to tell people that most times when we tell people, and we say that if you're not investing, then you're preparing for retirement to depend on your children. People say, God forbid. God forbid. But some of our parents said that God forbid, and eventually they had to depend on us because they didn't do the things they were supposed to do. I really
oh
don't blame my
yes,
parents so much. They didn't even have the knowledge. Most of them didn't have the knowledge. All they knew was work, 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 and hope for retirement. And retirement came, pension came. You can imagine. In fact, you can imagine someone who was earning 20,000 naira pension in 1999. If the person is still alive, the person will still be earning the same thing. That's how bad it felt.
yes,
That's how bad.
yes.
So investing is sacrosanct, and like I would always say, investing is all about knowledge. If you didn't day, you didn't
He
day.
didn't day. He didn't day, coach. He didn't day. I did not have it before. It didn't day before for me until one click. He Day. And in this space, you're not just it's not just the knowledge you get,
Yes.
is the guidance step by step. You're being
Mm,
held, you're being encouraged. Nobody's pushing, but you are being encouraged to start. So that it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
true, true,
And
true. Sure. And then you can also see that the program has helped you, with your discipline around investing, because yes,
yes,
you're
coach.
receiving dividends already. So
Yeah, I
things
have.
have gone up. So your perspective about money, has it shifted now since you joined?
Yes, it has. It has shifted for the better. And again,
Mm,
there's this light that came to me from this space, this academy, where you made us understand that the rich people are actually not a problem.
mm,
Especially when one is coming from a disadvantaged background where it seemed like there you didn't see abundance, as it were, because certain persons did not learn how to manage what came their way, did not
true.
learn how to utilize it effectively, did not learn how to invest for those who are coming behind them.
Mm,
And we now start begrudging the rich people. You made us understand that we shouldn't be begrudging these people, but rather
true.
seeking how we can learn from them. And
True.
that again also gave me a different mindset about them. And in all sincerity, is it not their labor? Why am I begrudging them?
Exactly.
Is it not their labor? Is it not their sweat?
Exactly.
Nobody's stopping me from also making mine. And with that light too, it has also made my journey, the burden on my journey, more easy for me. Sincerely speaking, imagine begrudging someone because the person is wealthy. I too can also
Mm,
make. So rather, I'm also seeking what can I learn from them. And for Coach Wendy, she's always sharing how she's listening to billionaires, how she's listening to this person. Okay, okay, yeah, listening to this person, Abi. If I will
yes.
not start going to learn about those people. What is it that make them tick? And I came to the realization that, you see, this poverty thing, I'm not the first that started it.
Mm,
So it's not an excuse. People
mm-mm.
have used, like this man, Kocharis, he has been able to use from one naira, be $1. He has
Yes.
made millions of money. So there's no
Yes.
excuse. So, and I've
Yes.
now come to the realization that even the rich people too, the same struggle I think I'm having now, they had it, but they
Yes.
chose a different path because of the
Different part.
knowledge that they accessed, the
True.
light that they access in with knowledge, and it has made all of the difference for them. So I now found
True.
myself that, okay, if they did this, okay, now let me copy and paste, Abby. When you copy and
Exactly.
paste, you start seeing
That
the difference.
true.
So that tool is a big deal for me. So when I see rich people, I'm happy for them. It's their
Yes.
sweat,
So,
it's their labor. So it's an
yeah.
encouragement for me to also do the work, so that I too also see a difference. And there also be a platform that I'm building to for my children, so they don't get to start from ground zero. Because whether you like it or not, for some of us, we had parents who did not, who it's not as if they did not touch money. They touched. Okay, good to be back. They touched money,
Yes.
but the challenge they had was this. It was that discipline and that knowledge to invest.
True. Are you there, man?
So there was a time I had to look inwards. Hello, coach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, great. There was a time you asked us to examine the money habits of our parents in this same
Mm,
in our on in during the course of the year. And
yeah.
so I sat down to actually reflect, and I saw where the gap was coming from my dad and also from my mom. And
Mm,
whether I like it or not, being here has now made me okay. For one of them, the discipline was not there. That
mm,
discipline was not there for money. For mommy, there was discipline to manage her money. But the challenge
true.
was that investment, that knowledge to actually invest in that
Yes.
plat that would now multiply it. So I saw
Mm,
it. I said, okay, this is where I'm coming from. So if I do what I'm being asked to do here, I will be able. And you said we are likely to tilt towards that person that has more influence over us, the same thing that they did. And I started
True.
minding myself so that I don't repeat not being
This-
disciplined with money.
mm,
And again, not being able to invest correctly. Like I told
True.
you, how I got burnt with MMN and the rest of them. So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, so with the genuine knowledge, with the accurate knowledge from this space, there is a difference now. So if I continue, if I remain here, I know they do 1 year come out too. Yeah, they come back. No, because it's more dangerous outside. If I
Yeah.
feel, for example, and with what I've got, it go wound me because other things will
Mm,
come. Other
True.
things will come, other insights will come. The academy will
True.
definitely grow. So if I
True.
remain here and continue to remain with what the blueprint the academy is providing me with, whatever I have lost in the last 6 years, I would
No.
definitely recoup them
Yes.
before I get to the
True.
next 6 years in this space. So
True.
we
You
remain
will.
here.
Will. You will definitely recoup. Right.
So
Everybody should
I
be
remain here.
here.
I know they go anywhere. No worry. I remain, and it's one of the best decisions. One of the best choices. It was two academies I joined in 2025. Thanks to
Mm,
Coach Wendy. I'll be couples complete and this place money because there was no part of my life I was going to focus on. For example, okay, I'm focusing on parenting. Yes, so Madam Emily, we live here. We live here because we're going to count the millions and billions.
yes. 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 It's a
Okay,
status you
now,
get to.
now, yeah. So it's I observed that how will I put it now? She said something. Coach said something. Coach Wendy, that no part of
Mm,
your life is waiting. For example, okay,
True.
I'll say, okay, let me focus on parenting. Let me focus on
And
parenting.
leave money
It's
and
justified.
marriage.
It's actually justified. It's very
Yeah.
justified. But whether I like it or not, my marriage needs to work well. I
Yes.
don't need to wait for Kasala to bust my marriage before I begin to find solution. No, now.
True.
My marriage
True.
needs to be in sync. Needs to be in sync. I and my spouse need to be in sync for us to
True.
parent well. And if
True.
our money,
Absolutely.
if the knowledge we have about money is a healthy one, is the one that will help us to continue to be able to handle whatever life throws at us, that means that our
Mm,
marriage will make sense now. Because one of the issues in marriage, according to Coach Kunle, is
Fine.
finances. So if I
Yes.
am getting my finances right, and
Yes.
my marriage is in sync, parenting will
Mm,
make sense now. So I'll be able
True.
to throttle to whatever details that life will come my way in this angle. So no
Mm,
part is to be left behind. So
True.
I make that move, and I'm very grateful, very very grateful, because the truth is, it will be unfair to say there is no difference because this
Mm,
little thing, this seeming little thing, I don't know am before now. I don't
mm,
know am before. Because if it's
True.
true. If I
Yeah.
know am before, I not go there where I did. Now that
Yeah.
I know it, it has made all the difference. And if I
Mm,
have been able to manage with the little that has come, that means that when God starts entrusting me with more, I will be able
Exactly.
to do better. I will be able to
Yes.
do better. So
Yes.
that's it.
Yes. Yes. And like I would always say, managing what you have is you preparing yourself for what is to come.
Oh
And
yes, coach.
until you show you can manage what you have, you won't get more. You need to show that
Yes, the
yes,
Matthew effect.
exactly, the Matthew effect. You need to show that you can manage what you have. Because, like I said yesterday on this same show, I strongly believe in the message of Matthew 25. And I believe that Christ was passing a huge message for us in Matthew 25. Investing, multiplying money is not just something, it's a commandment that everybody has to yield to. The whole universe abhors lack of productivity. It wants us to grow and multiply, right? And growing
Yeah.
and multiplying is not just about giving birth to children, like would misinterpret it. Growing and multiplying is also in finance, it's also in wealth.
Yes. In
Yeah,
relationship with people. Yes. Social capital.
exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. All forms of wealth, we should be growing and multiply all different forms of wealth that have mental wealth, social wealth, all of them should be
Yes,
moving,
coach.
in the
Yes.
same way. Thank you so
Yes.
much, man, for sharing. Honestly, it's been a very wholesome conversation with you this evening. And I'm sure everybody in the
Exactly.
comments who you're watching us now, they are having a good time watching this conversation and listening to us. And someone is actually learning something, which is actually the most
Yes.
important thing out of
Amen.
this. You're getting something out of this. You're learning something okay, oh, so this person did this. Now I know. I'm sure there's somebody who has watched you speak this evening that probably used to save for a need. And the person is saying,
Mm.
oh, now I see the gap, and the person can
Yeah.
just take interest and do something
Yes.
different. Okay, man. So, what has been your biggest aha moment or breakthrough since you joined the program?
Okay. Okay. Is that okay? That would be okay. There was a particular time you were saying something. Oh, I'm glad Onya Chukwu Emeka. I'm glad. There was a particular time you were saying something about is the blueprint. Is that
Mm.
first one, that beginning? Is now there for start. That's the foundation. Yeah, coach, that is the foundation because
True.
as subtle, it's like it don't matter. I didn't know it has held me in chains. It has been a stronghold for me towards my money management and money
Mm.
investment. So it is that it is the beginning. That is the aha moment. Then the second one too, when you talk about our parents' habits towards money too, that one was
Yes.
another one again for me. So it drew my attention to like, okay, see where from they come. Oh. And
Mm.
at this point in time, going forward, if there will be a difference, I have to close that gap.
Yes.
I have to close that gap and I have to kill the blame game and I have to take up the responsibility to see to it that I have to raise kings. Remember where the first time I had the connection with you was the 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 TIP program that said last year raising kings and those who sit at the table with kings. So if I'm going to raise a king, a
Yes.
financial literate king, I have to be a king too.
Yes.
Okay. So those were those foundations were the aha moments for me. They helped me see where the wiring was actually twisted for me. The wrong wiring came from. The wrong wiring came from.
Mm.
And how too I can now rewire, thanks to the neuroplasticity of the brain, I cannot rewire it for the better. There cannot be a change of program for the better. So that's
No,
it for me.
nice.
So that's the
Wonderful.
aha moment. Yeah.
Is it Mrs. Emily Sarah is even loving your pigeon already, and she's asking how she can learn pigeon like this. It is sweet town.
Thank you, Madam Emily. Thank you so much, our English lady. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Ma, for
You're
sharing.
welcome.
And
You're
like you
welcome,
said,
Coach.
it starts from the foundation, and the foundation is
Yes.
understanding where you're coming. Because
Yes.
like I would always tell people, if you do not understand your money story, then you don't even know that every other thing will not make sense. But when you understand your money story
Mm,
along the
mm.
line, then you know that okay, this is where I'm coming from, and this is what I need to put in place
Exactly.
for me to go on my
Exactly.
journey. If not, every other
Exactly.
thing would not fall into place. So you need to know where you are coming from. That's
Yes. The
the
foundation.
foundation. Yes,
Yeah.
true, for everything. I'm really glad that you caught that, man. Okay, man. So we talk about people sharing their experiences in the program. So I want to know in what ways has hearing about other people's experiences, other members' experiences in the program helped you?
For me, you see those testimonies that come. You see those testimonies that they share. It's
Mm,
a reminder of what is possible. When someone
yes.
tells you they are now debt free, someone tells you they are no longer in debt, that kind of a thing. Someone tells you how they've stopped impulse buying. Someone said she used to eat meat pie. It was like a normal thing for her. As little
Mm,
as meat pie. But she found out that when she started saving the money from meat pie, it has made a difference. And this
mm,
meat pie, is it a need? Is it a want? And you're like, okay. So hearing others share their experiences is a reminder that I am not alone on this journey.
true.
It not be only me waka come. So we
Nobody
are
will attack
many.
up. Yes.
Not be only me waka come. So we are many. So if it is possible for this person, if this person is able to pick this and implement, I too can be able to, more like what is possible for one is also possible for all, or is also possible for
True.
me too. So it has been an encouragement too. Like they are sharing, like some that you think like it does not add up. Someone
Mm,
is being. I remember there was a particular day in my cohort. It was after you spoke this year. I said something about the money click. One could have want to. I refuse to be ungrateful. I will not trivialize my journey. Never. I know where I'm
Mm,
coming from. So I just
yeah.
shared it in my cohort. And the next thing that happened, someone reached out to me. How can I get in touch with the money click? I say, thank God, say I share. Little did I even know. I didn't even, it was
Yeah.
not like me trying to, market it, but I just, out of
Mm,
gratefulness, this is my
yeah.
coach. I know what he's saying. I am a living testimony. This is what has happened to me. There were about two women, I can't remember, in my cohort, TIP.
Yeah.
They reached out
Yeah.
to me, and I forwarded the number of the money click to them. I believe
Yeah.
by now they should have gotten themselves in, or they are planning to be part of the next cohort. So that is it basically. So
Yeah.
we just keep sharing it. I told you, I think I almost did not want to come here. Now
Yes.
there's something about there's something that one has to will have to be this ungratefulness thing. Sometimes it kind of make you trivialize your journey, make you look as if it no matter, but it's not
Mm,
true. As
true.
little as what I have experienced, it has not become a template. It has not become a possibility to
True.
somebody somewhere who is going to listen to this or who is watching this. That okay, so this ungrateful thing kind of like wants to make us trivialize things, but gratitude help us to amplify even that little thing. It helps us
Are you still with us,
to
ma?
amplify it. So it is like the one leper, like I said before. That is why I'm honoring this, and I am glad. I am glad. Hello, coach, and I am
Yes, we
glad
can
that
hear
I came. Yes, I am glad.
you. We are
I
very
am
happy
sincerely.
that
So
you
it's
came
an honor for
because
me.
honestly, ma, sharing your story, and that I'm sure that a lot of people, in fact, you've shown us that you're a teacher. So you're already teaching a lot of people on this platform already this evening. So I'm glad that you came and that a lot of people are actually learning from this conversation that we're having this evening. Because, like you said, you don't know what one or two people might pick from it that would help them on their journey. So thank you very much, Ma, for
Yeah.
honoring
Yeah.
the invitation. And then now I want to
You're
look more
welcome,
towards the
coach. You're
future.
welcome, coach.
Thank you, man. And then, so I want to ask, what financial goals are you now more confident of achieving because of the Money Clique program? Did you get that, man?
Hello, coach. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I said, so what financial goals are you now more confident of achieving because in the Money Clique program?
Okay, yeah. The financial goals I am confident of achieving going forward is it will be in the real estate. Yeah, it will be in the
Mm,
real estate. Yeah, it will be in the real estate. So that is part of the plan. Yes, before now it was like an idea, but with the knowledge from this place, the possibility of being able to know how to go about it, like from
yes.
whatever it is I am doing, being able to build momentum that will propel me to start it. You get it,
Mm,
and work towards making it a reality within a
yes.
stipulated time, a realistic stipulated time. So,
Yeah.
that is a big win for me. Yeah,
Okay, and achieve it you will. You just need to put your mind to it.
yeah,
Every achievement first stems with self discipline.
yeah,
Because if we're not disciplined, like I always say, I so much believe that there are a lot the without self discipline, the most brilliant idea will seem impossible.
yeah.
Without
That's
self
true.
discipline, with discipline, it's possible. You never give up until you get it. And that's what self discipline is about. Self discipline makes intelligent people, lack of it makes intelligent people look like they don't know anything, because for
Yeah,
me,
that's
it
true.
doesn't take intelligence to succeed. For me, it doesn't take education is not the difference for me. The difference is discipline. And like we were talking about Cosmos Madoka earlier, he doesn't have the education. Does he have
Oh,
all the intelligence in the world? But he has that discipline.
mhm.
He had that determination
Yes,
to make it happen.
yes,
So, and that's what drives us. And like I said, we need to find out what drives us. And it comes from knowing or having goals, set goals for ourselves to say, this is what I want to achieve. And once you've set the goal and you're determined, you will get them. And surely you will. So, Ma, we're coming towards the end of this program. I would like you, I ask you if you recommend the program to others, and why will you recommend the program to others?
Okay. If you Onye Chukwuemeka, yes, a teacher is a teacher. Oh. A teacher is a teacher. Oh. One teacher, one teacher with
Yes,
the sauce.
yes, 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 yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
For anybody that is listening to this conversation or will listen to this conversation,
Mm,
it doesn't matter what you know about money. It doesn't matter how much of it you have or you do not have. There is something that being positioned in the right community does for you. It helps
mm,
you to remain accountable first to yourself, then to your goals. And when you're accountable to yourself and to your goals, you see the possibility and reality of it. And the beautiful thing is this: you're not just in a community that will hold you accountable to yourself and your goals, you're also in a community that will encourage you, a community that will encourage you, a community that will stimulate your financial growth. And you're going to be having access to coach that probably booking a one-on-one session outside might even cost you more. But in the academy, there is this access. You're able to communicate, you're able to chat with coach. And even as a member, whatever fee you will be paying, it will be reduced. So the bottom line of what I am trying to say is this: don't think you don't have financial trauma. Majority of us, we do have financial
yes,
trauma.
we
Whether you
do.
are those, there, it is there. Yours might not be a case of lack, like poverty. It might not
Mm,
be a case of lack. It might not be a
true,
case of poverty. It might not be a
true.
case of greed. But there is something that
Yes.
that is there that needs to be addressed. And I
Mm,
and I and I and I am certain with my time in this space in the past 10 months now, because from January to this time, that there is
yes.
that thing, there is that missing link about your finances that being here will help you resolve. So
True.
going forward, if you desire to increase your income, not just your passive income, that part, that is what makes you to be financially free. That money that you don't have to work to take care of your bills, that money that, the money when they burn money, when they help
Mm,
they make things, that money when money starts to they burn money kind of a thing.
yes, so yes,
This
so
place will help you. And nobody is asking you to go through the get rich quick scheme and all those funny gambling routes. No, it is simple discipline. It is the habits, it is your daily habits. You see it turning around whatever you have and multiplying it for you. So
true.
try to be here. Whether you're a married person, you need to be here. Whether you're a single person, the better for you. The
True.
earlier you start, the earlier you start, the better. So everybody needs to be here. And your coming here is going to overhaul whatever erroneous mindset you have had about money, and
Mm,
now rewire the right mindset for
yeah.
true and lasting wealth that will not just end with you.
Mm,
Interestingly, even your
true.
generations to come. But it will not happen until you get in here. And when you get in here, see to it that you follow through with whatever coach drops, whatever nugget, whatever insight, and he will be available. He will be available to hold you by the hands and
True.
walk you through your process to make your journey a beautiful one. So whether you're in debt or you're not in debt,
True.
this is a place for you, because where you are positioned, it matters. Where you are positioned, it matters. So this is the right place for you to be positioned for your finances to take a 360 turn. Thank you,
Wow.
coach.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ma, for that. I'm sure anybody hearing this would be moved to take a decision. And if you're moved to take a decision,
Then the
joining
mood.
the Money Clique program is simple. You can book a slot now with 10,000 for singles and a slot for 20,000 for couple slot. And you can pay to the numbers on your screen, send us a message, and we will process everything. If you need more information, the numbers on your screen, you can reach out to them. I will give
Yeah.
you all the information. Now, when you were speaking, man, you said something that struck me, and I just recalled what happened a few weeks ago. When you talked about trauma not being just about lack, but most
Yeah.
of the time, when we talk about financial, a lot of us have financial trauma, and we don't even know we have financial trauma. Because when we
Yeah,
talk
that's
about
true.
financial trauma, people think it's about
It's just about
lack.
luck.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's beyond that.
Someone, I spoke to someone one day, and the person is coming. The person was raised in a lot of abundance, a
Okay.
lot of it. They used to go shopping on the streets of Oxford while she was still a
Oh.
teen. That was how much the dad. But she told me something, and she told me that she realized her trauma was the way the father handled the mom when it came to money. The mom didn't really know much about what he did with money, how he made it. The mom was kept in the dark. That when
No
she now started
accountability.
making money,
Hi.
and her husband says, "Please, can we do this?" She said, "No, I don't want to. I have to do it." So she had to realize that, oh, this is actually trauma that I got from my parents, watching my mom
Yeah.
live the way she lived. And I told myself I would never be like that. So at every little thing, she overreacted. So trauma is not about not having. Even in having, you can still develop financial trauma. And if
Yes.
you see yourself not doing it the right way, then it might just be that there's trauma lurking somewhere in your history that you need to go take care of. And thank you so much, Ma, for the enlightenment that you've helped us have on this show. And then lastly, you know how we'd always say in this show, we would always say there are people who are watching us now. They've been on the fence. They've been peeping us from the window. They will just open one small hole. Look, what did they do there? What did they happen there? They are wondering, should we enter? Should we enter? They are still hesitant to enter. What will you say to somebody who is peeping at us from the hole on the fence?
Amen. If you are still sitting on the fence, you're on a long thing, sincerely speaking, because now you they miss out. So if you are still
Yes.
sitting on the fence, if you are peeping and you are getting some rema, imagine when you are inside.
Hmm.
Imagine where you are inside. So it will take a 360 turn in your life, in your finances. And there's something about finances. It affects every area of life.
True.
Your
Yes.
relationship, your
Yes.
relationship with God, your relationship with men. So it's a
True.
big deal. You might think it no matter. It matter. Oh, it matter.
A
The
lot.
mindset about it is a big deal. So don't stop peeping. Come inside. Come and have the real meal. This is where it is happening. Come and partake of this buffet. Don't just stay on
True.
the fence, because you're remaining on the fence is you being on a long term. So
Hmm.
stay, come in. If you need to borrow and come. If you implement, you will not borrow again. I dare to say that just the same way we have been saying for TIP. If you
Yes.
need to borrow and come. But when you borrow and come, don't stand and be looking, ensure you implement. Ensure you implement. And when you implement, there will be no need to borrow again, sincerely
True.
speaking. So
True.
come into the space. It's a place to
True.
be. Yes, coach.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma. And just like you said,
Mhm.
we had someone on this same show just a few weeks ago, and the person said, when I came into the money clique, I was a constant. She said she borrowed so much that her
Mm.
borrowers used to call her to ask her, "Do you need money? We get money to give you." When she eventually came into the money clique, but she could she saw herself move from someone who was always in debt to someone who was no longer in debt. And that's
Oh,
what can happen
wow.
with just a
Yeah.
shift in your mindset. It starts from a
Mindset.
shift. For
Yes.
some people, it's
Yes.
just that borrowing is something that is common. Everybody they borrow. Like government self they borrow. Why I no go borrow? So it comes from a change in mindset. You can't you won't see how much your mindset is limiting you until you make a change. And I would always tell people, if you've been trying it your way and you've not had a change, why not try another
Come
way?
and try
Just
this
give
way.
it a
Yeah.
try. Yes,
Yeah.
give
Come
it
and
another
try
try.
the money click way.
Try the money quick way, and then let's see how it will turn out for you. And when you do, we're going to be here someday, and you'll be
Thank you,
telling us
Madam
about
Murray.
your own story. So thank you so
Yeah.
much, man, for being here tonight. Thank you for giving us your time. You've given us your time, and we are very grateful for that. And to
You're
end
welcome,
it, to
coach.
close it, man, we want you to describe the Money Clique program in 3 words.
Okay. It will be um trans how do I merge the 3 words now? Okay. A possibility of financial transformation. That is what it is.
Hmm.
Possibility.
a possibility of financial transformation. Are you still with us, Ma?
Of financial transformation. Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know it's more than 3 words, but
Yes,
it's
but it's
yeah.
fine. Totally wonderful. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing that with us. And
Yeah, that
Mrs.
is what the money click
Leader.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And Mrs. Leader Oluyole is the one who has been speaking with us, and she has just described the molecular program in just 3 wonderful words, right? A possibility in transformation. We want to thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you very much for sharing your story with us. Thank you very much for bringing out your time to make it to this show tonight.
Thank you,
We're very
coach.
grateful
Thank
for
you,
that.
coach.
It's been an amazing session. It's been a wonderful discussion with you,
Yeah,
and we are very,
thank
very.
you.
Everybody's happy. I am happy. Everybody in the comment section is happy. You love your thought of pigeon. Please keep it up, ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you, coach.
Thank you so much, ma. I do have a
Thank
very
you.
good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma.
you. The honor is over.
Thank you. Bye bye. All right.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, so that was Mrs. Lida Oluyole with us on My Money Clique Chronicles, and it was an amazing session. If you're just joining us now, honestly, you need to go back and get the replay. You obviously need to go back and get the replay, because it's been amazing. It's been wonderful. It's been an interesting discussion. It is one that you do not want to miss, honestly. One discussion you do not want to miss is today's discussion. Every day in My Money Clique Chronicles are wonderful discussions, wonderful stories, right? Every day is an amazing session. And that's the reason why you should not miss anyone, right? Every day, right? Every weekday by 7 p.m. West African time, we are here with someone from the Money Clique program to share their story, right? So remember, we'll continue doing this until the 13th day of November. Every day, we'll have somebody here to share how their story have changed, how their habits have changed, what has transformed in them by being members of the Money Clique program. But remember, they're not sharing this story by just being members. They're sharing this story because they implemented what we taught them in the Money Clique program. And we're also inviting you to be a part of the Money Clique program. We're sharing this story so that you know that what we're doing is actually working. We're sharing this story so that you know that, yes, your transformation is a possibility. So that you know that your own story can be the same and even better, right? We're on a journey, and we hope that you'll join us on this journey. We are all heading to financial freedom. That's the goal. That's the goal. It's a journey, it's a marathon, right? So the earlier you join and start with us and continue with us, the better for you, right? Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. Those who have joined us on Instagram, those who have joined us on Facebook, those who have joined us here on YouTube, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. 2026 Money Clique program kicks off 18th day of January 2026, right? And if you're not in before that date, you're out, right? So the earlier you get in, the better we continue and have a glorious journey ahead. Thank you so much. How to join the Money Clique program is what you're seeing at the bottom of the screen that has been rolling, right? And if you do not have the complete money to pay at once, you can book your spot, and then you pay gradually up until 31st of December 2025. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. My name remains Chukwemeka Onyenizi, and I'm the founder of the Naira Academy, right? And we hope to see you in the Money Clique program if you're not already in. If you're in, you have to stay back. Remember, if you're in, remain in. Don't go anywhere. Remain inside. Remain inside. You need to be inside. Thank you so much. Yes, it's been a wonderful discussion today, right? The Money Clique program is indeed an enriching experience. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night. Remember, we'll be back here tomorrow, 7 p.m., to continue a discussion with another member of the clique. So for now, it's goodbye till tomorrow.
Did anyone teach you how to handle money while growing up? I guess not. Most adults learn the hard way through debt and financial stress. But here's the thing, your child does not have to repeat that same cycle. the Naira Academy has created the Money Clique Kids program, where your child can learn how to save, budget, spend wisely, and understand the basics of investing. So what are you waiting for? Enroll your child in the 2026 Money Clique Kids program and give your child the head start you didn't have.